Welcome back to another video, guys. So today on this video, we're going to check the outlook for pound yen and for gold for the upcoming week. So on GJ, basically on GJ, what I'm looking for is a trend continuation. Now last week we came to this last lower high here. So we came back to the last lower high, we tested it right lower high, and from there we rejected it and we started bullish, going back bullish. So now this here is like a high on GJ, because this zone is also a strong daily resistance zone. So if you place this zone from here down to here, boom, you could see that is a strong daily resistance zone, because so many touches on this, 1, 2, rejected of it here also, and here also rejected of it, and now it's back to that same zone. So there's every possibility that on this same zone here, price is going to reject it. Now, is it rejecting it to make another lower low? No, I feel price is going to reject to make a higher low. So from here, if we get confirmation on lower time frame, maybe like a double top, a head and shoulder from this zone down here, then you just catch the retracement. Now on the retracement, we'll look for the next daily support zone. Now on GJ here, the next daily support zone is this zone around here. Boom. So here is the next daily support zone. If you see it, price rejected of this zone once, 1, 2, 3 times. So there's every possibility that it comes back to make a lower high on this zone, or there is also a strong daily support zone around this zone. So what I'm doing is I'm going to place a horizontal ray around this zone. So if I get a rejection pattern on the lower time frame here, if I get a rejection pattern on the lower time frame here, then my first TP will be around this zone, because this is a strong daily support resistance now, which will now turn support. So at this support zone, say the resistance rejected of this zone once, twice, 3 times. So it's a strong daily resistance zone, which we will now use as support. So if you go down to the lower time frames, the 4-hour, you see that price already rejecting of that zone. You see price already rejecting of it, but this is not, I wouldn't enter shorts from here. So like I said, what we'll do is we'll go to the 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes time frame, we just wait for a rejection pattern. What I mean by rejection pattern, like a double top, like I said, or a head and shoulder, or a change of structure. So if any of that happen around this zone here, we look for sales back down to here. This will be the first take profit. Or to be safe, since we are trading against the trend, we just take all profits at this zone. Then if it continues to drop, then we look for a zone where we enter the trend continuation back up. So to be safe, you just take out all your take profits here, because it's not a trend. We are not trading with the trend, we're trading against the trend. So we're catching anticipating a retracement back down here. So that's it on gold. As simple as it. On GJ, not on gold. Sorry. Then on gold, as there's a news that came out on gold. There are tariffs. I think tariffs on gold. Trump added tariffs on gold. So I'm anticipating once the market opens, there will be a lot of volatility, or even a gap, because of the news that came out during the weekend. So on this zone, on gold too, what I'm anticipating is gold to continue bullish. continue bullish up to the zone to find this strong resistance zone here. As you can see, price has been rejecting off this zone, rejected it once, 2, 3, 4 times. So if it comes, so if we're taking any buys, I will take profit to be here, to be high. Now looking at the structure on gold, this is a higher low, this is a higher high. Price then came back down, tested here, which on the lower time frame you can see is a higher low. So now this is a higher high, but on the lower time frames, prices like on the 4-hour prices consolidating around that zone. So what I'll wait for is a break of that zone before I can enter any trades. Now coming on to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that the 4-hour there's a strong resistance zone. So this is the first touch, 1, 2, 3, and it came back down to came to this zone and still is rejecting of this zone. So what we'll do is wait for a break of this zone and a retest of the zone, retest and rejection of the zone. So once we get that break, retest and rejection, then on the rejection on the 30 minutes time frame, take those buys or take those longs back to this strong resistance zone. So it will on 30 minutes time frame is looking like this. So on 30 minutes time frame, like I said, gold has been ranging. I had a long position around here, but I closed once I saw this rejection of this same strong resistance. I closed. So I closed my trade around here, and you can see price came back down even up to my entry zone. So price has been ranging on this zone on gold. You can see down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down on gold. So like I said, what will happen is we'll wait for a break, either a break of this zone, break up, come back down to test the zone, and a 30 minutes rejection candle on this zone, then we'll take those longs, or price could short. Now since we are at a high, why I believe price might also short is because we are at a high. So if you look at the structure on the 4-hour time frame, this is a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So now we are at a higher high zone. So there's a possibility that price might not be able to break this zone, and gold will retrace maybe back down to this area around this zone, which you can see a strong support here around this zone here. So we might draw back down, retrace back down to this zone, then we'll find rejection from there before we buy. So that's it. But if we have a rejection of this zone coming, market open on Monday, if there's a rejection of this zone, then we'll just be patient for it and wait for price to give us a reversal pattern, like I said on GG. So on the 4-hour or on the 2-hour time frame, we just wait for price to give us either like a double bottom, sorry, like this, something like this, a double bottom, or a change of structure like something like this, where we had this high, came back down to make a lower low, a lower high, lower low, then we broke above the last lower high that I had, like here, broke above it, came back low, a higher low, came back a higher high, then we came back down to retest that last lower high that we had. So if you have this kind of pattern on it down here, you can also take the longs, continue the longs back up. So just be mindful. Also on gold, just wait to see what gold does before taking any trade. So, but I'm anticipating bull bullish run on gold coming up next week. So we'll see how the markets react to the next week. So that's it for this video, guys. Catch you on the next video.